All right. Let's see here. Is this right here? I guess that's just not right. Let me put it like that. All right. Shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I shall and I will rest therein. Loss with a cause and without a cause. That fits a lot of situations that I have beheld and behold in this day and time. Loss with the cause and without. Okay. I want to say something about Donald Trump. Uh, Donald Trump is not and will not bring you anything positive. Okay. It's nothing that Donald Trump shall do in this day in time and time to come that's going to bring anything what you called good as you know good, righteous, just, upright, or in the light. Okay. It is a sad thing that the mindset of Judith really believes that those that are in politics will and shall bring them light. Those that are in politics will and shall bring them light. They're going to bring them some sort of deliverance under something that they are under in this day and time. They're going to change something from one way into another. And I say unto you, when I see Judith trying to get on the bus with Donald Trump or any politics, it shows me exactly what was already prophesied. They're gone. They are totally destroyed already. Do I know that? I already know that. But the things that is happening in this day and time give confirmation in my spirit that all these things in which the Most High Yah has revealed unto me has been 100 regarding the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. And one of them is they gone. Judah is gone. Judah is all the way gone. Judah think that politics can do something for them that can enhance or change or make something that's wrong right in their eyes. Now these are the people who call themselves the people, or even call themselves a people that other people have belittled, have wronged, have treated, have killed, have murdered, have robbed, have stealed from them. But yet those same ones that they say these things of, they believe they are the one going to bring them the full deliverance once the what is it, the presidential thing that's taking place take place. Oh, Donald Trump is going to bring us something. And I think it's a sad thing when you get false prophets on these devil platforms proclaiming that Donald Trump is the key to a change. They are used up. It's nothing about them in the politics in which you see today that Yah is going to use. Nothing. From what I could see, he's doing a new thing He's doing a powerful thing that's revealing things through the power of his right hand. And we're still looking at politics for our deliverance, for our light, and that's really, really sad that a mindset has been like that since the beginning of time. But he don't think he didn't know it. Oh yeah, he knew it. Now, what I will say with Donald Trump, only thing that I could see is him supporting the beast, the Antichrist, and the false prophet. But only one thing scary about Donald Trump, and I call it scary, not for me, but for you out there who are lost with the cause and without, and that is his son in the shadow. Donald Trump's son is in the shadow. Donald Trump's son is in the shadow. And it don't look good. It don't look good. I see him in the shadow. And I don't know what role he plays in the shadow, but he plays a role in that shadow. In the shadow. Oh, yes. Donald Trump's son. And it's not something good. Okay? So y'all need to get off of that. It's not something good. Donald Trump's son plays a role in the dark shadows to come. Okay? And another thing I wanted to talk about is China. For the last 4 years, I've been explaining to individuals that China owns America. It's not important that you hear me accept what I'm saying and get it or come to the understanding. No, it's not important. It's that it is what it is, and I see that it's continue to show people who they are in this country and what they own, and yet the people in this country still playing the game of faith and belief in a country that has already sold them out. I ain't never seen nothing in all my life, the weak mindset and the wicked and evil at a level of a people. To me, where the mindset are at in this day and time in this country is worse than a war 3. To me, it is. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about what I see on down further. I think it's worse than World War 3. World War 3. To me, the mindsets that's in this country is worse than that. It's a war in this country that one has not seen nor behold. Why? Because they think it has to look a certain way to us. We got to feel it happening. We got to see it happening. They have no idea these things are already taking place. And it's not like it's just started. These things is right there before your eyes. Somewhere along the line, people have been walking in so much darkness to where they can't see the light, even if it's standing right before their very eyes. They cannot see the light. It is not meant for them to see it. Because I sat back and I said, now, 4 years ago, I've been on the mountaintop proclaiming that China owned the United States. They entitled to the United States because many of you all have rejected the fact that the United States ain't never been the number one. They've been the number one to you that has been fools over in this country believing they the number one because that's all they showed you. That's all they got you to believe. That's all they made you see. You couldn't see no further than this country being all that and some. Being all that and some. Not even focusing on the fact that the way Yah is going to deal with them is not because they are all that and some. It's because watch this here, all the kill, steal, and destroy, and stealing and taking and murdering that they done that now one of y'all saw. Now one that you all, no one here in this country will accept that this country was built up on kill, steal, murder, destroy, and everything else. No, they couldn't see this country being that way. Oh, we the number one. Everybody's scared of us. Oh, we on the top. You ain't never been on the top. You just too ignorant to know that. Because all you wanted to see America where they at right now today, right here today, even in my neighborhood, you see 3 or 4 flags hanging up. Those right there shows you the mindset of the people who've been here too long, and so long they can't even see that your country has sold them out, their flag out, the country itself out. They can't see it. Lost with the cost and without one. Just lost. Gone. Because this country has sold the people out. It didn't sell the country out, it sold the people. The country belonged to another country, but it sold the people out. Even bringing migrants here, immigrants or migrants or whatever, that was a part to start the purge, to start the war within that has been prophesied over and over and over, way ahead of time. But the people here in this country live in this country, all of them. Oh no, America this and America that. And I'm not just talking about heathens and Gentiles and Europeans. Melanated people are so stuck on stupid, giving all this glory and honor to this country. And they're going to see where this country stand or stood. This country has sold these people out. They didn't sell their country out. The country was owed to someone else because of the death that those who ran this country put this country in. So they own the country. Now, what they have to do is do away with the people that's on the land. Why? Because those that the land belonged to, that was one of the deals. You are going to have to get rid of these people that's on our property now. And that's what they're doing. They're doing everything from your water, your food, your air, your internet, not your internet, but your Wi-Fi, all that crap in the air. They just getting you all kind of way, even the air you breathe. Why? Because they know that they didn't sell the land off. They didn't sell the country off. They sold the people. So they got to do all these things to you to make you think that the country is falling in, because it's no longer owned by the people nor the system of this country. It belongs by another system of another country, and they are entitled 100%. And just because you stayed on stupid, that's on you. All your life, you want to put a great America. Like I said, you got people in my community with flags on. They don't even know what that flag means. Life have treated them so well all these years, they think it's their country. Yeah, your country. Your country have stole, killed, destroyed, murdered, taken people's land, taken people's art, then done everything to the point where the people think their country is all that and some. People who have flags of America flags hanging out on their lawn or on their door or on a house, those are the people who's going to lose their life at a blink of an eye. Why? Because they think their country is still in power, and it's not. They got you all believing that somebody trying to start a war with them. They got you believing all that, and you all don't even understand. The system of this country don't own this country. The people don't have a country. They don't have a country. Your country is owned by another country. By right. By right. The thing about this individual, this country that owns this, by right, they have to be a country that does not believe in a creator. They have to be a country that that's loaded in the whole system of who they are, an atheist. They have to be a country that don't go by the standards of any type of word of any type, no type of spiritual guidance, no type of anything. The only way this country could take this land and think it's going to fall under their criteria because they now own it. They're looking at the inside, the system of this country, who's bringing the people out. They have to get rid of the people here, y'all. That's just it. And I don't mean get rid of until you go somewhere else. Delete you. That's why all this stuff is going on, and people don't get it. They just don't get it. They have to do away with you. That's why I say don't put yourself on no high pedestal because you got land, you build it, and you grow it. Don't put yourself up there because that ain't gonna mean nothing in this year and next year. It ain't gonna mean nothing what you got. And this is where you see people who has this mentality, oh, greater America, all America is this, oh, America. A lot of people don't speak it, but it's in their hearts that this country is all that answer. Okay? So if you have a mindset that think that this country is going to withstand everything because they were known to the world as to be this, you got a rude awakening with what you have and what you got. See, with me, I have saluted and have accepted Yah's way 100, his will 100. If I had to leave today, it's okay with me. I have ran my race, and I know my finish line is right before me. I don't have no problem because he's given me enough to run on, to where others still waiting for that special day that they reach a goal, or they can vote for the president, or they can see what next year gonna be in, or we're gonna grow this and get this, and we're gonna build this and get this, or we're gonna do this to put this away. When it all said and done, like Sister Deborah, I'm gonna do a video again where I show you what I have put away. I want you to understand everything I put away, it's not going to be worth a dime in the year to come. It's vain and that's. But one thing that I can put away that's going to stand no matter what goes on, and that is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Keep speaking, keep preaching, keep teaching that he is all that and some, and you're going to find your way. Lost with the cause and without. And that's where the people are at. And you know what I come to also salute and embrace? They say they don't care. It's a mindset. And when I say it's a mindset, it's a spirit. Let me explain to you. Let's go to Proverbs 16. I had to show this to an individual and they were shocked. And I'm going to tell you why they were shocked. Proverbs 16. Because they're thinking that flesh has the ability to rule and be over whatever it wants to be over and be all that and something. When I get to Proverbs 16 and verse 16 and verse, I'm way in Psalms. Proverbs 16 and verse, let me get there. Proverbs 16 and verse 2. In Proverbs 16 and verse 2, it's sending a very powerful punch. And on top of the powerful punch, you have never heard nobody teach it. I'm going to put it that way. I'm going to leave it right there. You are not going to hear people teach what I'm about to say. Proverbs 16 and verse 2. All the ways of a man is clean in their own eyes. It means their flesh. They think they're ready. I got enough things saved. I've got enough growing on my land. I got enough buildings. I got enough water saved. I got enough tissue saved. I got enough. I got everything. It's ready. I'm ready. And then it's saying that they are clean in their own eyes. So in their own eyes, they good. They clean. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm good. You know, all about me, everything that's going on with me is clean. It's clean. But I like something. It ain't that I like it, but I have to salute it and embrace it because it has taught me much about spirits. Listen to what it says. But Yah, mm, but Yah, he's going to weigh something. It says, but Yah weigh the spirits. So while you running around here thinking you all that and some, lost with the cause and without one, the Most High Yah, while you thinking you all good and you all that and that and that and that, and everybody else is where they at, and you above what everybody at, you got it going on, you did it, Yah telling you no. You can have your land. You can have built 50 million houses. You could have had your cattle. You could have been all the way in the center of no man's land. But you ain't going to be able to get rid of what he going to measure in you. And that's spirits. What are you doing with spirits in you, Father Yah? What are they doing with spirits in them, Father Yah? Because Deborah, they think they're clean. I'm trying to get them to see you ain't clean. Oh, I'm measuring them spirits that's in you. While you thinking you all that answer. You didn't got it made from A to Z. But when you stand before me, and even in the life that you're living, you standing around here with all them spirits in me. But you think that you clean. You see? Right there, he's telling us, right there, that he's going to weigh the spirits. When you go into a store and you take vegetables and you weigh it, what's the purpose of the weighing the vegetables? Why would you weigh vegetables at a store to get the price? To know the cost. Sister Deborah, take 15 tomatoes, put them in the bag, go and weigh those bad boys. I weigh it and it tells me how much the cost of these 15 vegetables. It tells me how much it weighs, and based on how much it weighs, how much it's going to cost. Okay? What the Father is saying here, while you running around thinking you all that and some, oh, you got it made, you got everything you need. When you pull up in heaven, he's going to let you know. What you do on the earth, you're going to be held accountable. And what you do that's it, in your spirit, it's going to be judged before the throne. And a lot of people are going to get away with a lot of things they doing on the earth because heaven's already judged it to the lake of hell. And they're going to think that they didn't got away with it. But when he stand, okay, you know where to go. Don't say nothing to me. You go where you know you got to go. But wait a minute. In heaven, down there on earth, I did this. I did this. Wait a minute. Hold up. I don't know you. So if you ain't known in my Lamb book of life, I know only one place you belong, in the books of the lake of fire. Get down to where you need to belong, where you belong. So when he's saying that, a lot of y'all don't pay attention to this. What he is saying, and what's powerful, is telling you that Yah is weighing the spirits. Notice the spirits has an S on it. So it's more than one. Why you thinking you all clean? There's people here today belong to the Hebrew Israelite movement. They think they all clean. We all together. There's people in churches, in synagogues, in temples, and it's a cult called Hebrew Israelite movement, and in these Catholic churches, they think they so clean. And Yah have already warned. He says, study to show yourself approved, rightly dividing the word of truth. You better divide that bad boy, because when I pull up, truth gonna step in. And the truth of the matter of what he's showing me here is, Deborah, why they thinking they all that and some? Oh, you got money? Okay. You got this, you got this, you got this. Okay. You think that stuff mean anything to the Most High Yah? He said, I'm seeing them spirits. I'm weighing those spirits. And what does it mean to weigh? To see the cost of what you're going to pay, having all those spirits in you. And these spirits are not good ones. These are evil spirits he's speaking of. Why? Because he said your flesh think it's all clean. So why is he wearing the spirits? Because they sitting and abiding in you and got your mind thinking that you all that and something. I'm all clean in my eyes. And y'all sitting here telling you, but you better check out them spirits in you. Nobody believes that. No one on the earth would believe that. This is where I sit and tell you, this book is not the word, but when that Ruach pull up, he's going to break this thing down in you and out of you so you can have the understanding of what he's saying right here. And that's what I'm giving you, is the teaching of the Ruach himself, teaching me. I can't just take this and read it. That's why many pastors, many bishops, a lot of them, they take it, they bypass it. They can't give it to you in spirit and truth. Why? With the light. Because they still teaching it to you in darkness. So you would think tomorrow is going to be a better day. When Trump get in there, everything's going to be better. And this is the mindset of the teaching of people today, period. Whether they priests, apostles, bishops, pastors, prophets, prophetess, Maureen, seer, watchmen, ministers. This is how they teach. They teach you the lies. And y'all sitting here telling why you sitting here saying you clean. I'm going to weigh those spirits. And weighing it means you're going to have a cost. I'm going to weigh those spirits that's in you. And that's going to be your cost. So while you thinking you all clean in your own eyes, you can be clean all in your own flesh if you want to. But I'm measuring the spirit that has all those spirits in you. Got you thinking you all clean. Okay. Now, this is when you are led by the Ruach. He comes to take this word and take you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps further than what you just see it. And that what you've been taught. And that's what you understand. He come to tell you, I ain't finna make no candy apples for nobody. People are lost with the cause and without. And he don't care, and you don't either. So you know what type of outcome it's going to be. Because we got the spirit of nonchalant, not caring about wrong, trying to take over right. Right being belittled because wrong is overpowering it. And everybody think that's okay. Okay. So I say unto you, let me see which was that? That was about we did China. Yes, this is about us thinking we all clean in our own eyes, you see. But Yah's letting you know there's some spirits I'm gonna measure. So you run around here and think you're going to go up in your family, in your community, and in your church, and in among your so-called camp and your building and all this, and even your workplace, wanting everybody to think you holy than thou. Y'all said, wait a minute, hold up. You think you're clean, huh? I'm checking out these spirits in you that you don't even know you have, because you ain't studied to show yourself a pure proof and rightly divide the word of truth. Through my spirit will I give you truth, so you can divide it. They don't want that. They don't want that. So let's go here to let's start with James chapter 1 and verse 27. James chapter 1 and verse 27. Lost with the cause and without. He was explaining to me that they have the instructions and direction book. Some of them have 1611. Some have King James. Some have new edition, new version, new translation. Some have all the lost books, all the found books. And he said when they finish having everything they have, they still lost, Deborah, with the cause and without. But until that Ruach come in and teach you all things, you just out there hanging with what you think. You know, you are so clean in your own eyes and can't even see or know that the spirits in you, Yah, is weighing. So you understand, he says, that those spirits is going to tell your costs. So when you look at James chapter 1 and verse 27, in James chapter 1 and verse 27, it reads, a pure religion and undefiled before Yah. And the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, and to keep himself spotted from the world. So it's almost telling you a pure religion and an undefiled before Yah. Oh, they don't want to hear that, Deborah. They ain't thinking about the fatherless. When you speak of the fatherless, you're also speaking of also the orphanage. Okay. And then it says the widows. What do the three have in common? A man hasn't stepped in to do his job. Okay. These three has nothing to do with anything outside of a man stepping in and doing what? The will of the Father. For the Father's what? Namesake. That's what he's telling you here. As you see here, a pure religion and an undefiled before Yah, and undefiled before Yah. And the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the orphanage and the widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotless from the world. So right there is showing you an example of the works of those who say that they are men of Yah. This is your job, dude. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You know, it's not telling women, but women can connect as the helpmate in this. But it is a message to the men. He speaks of the fatherless. Why are they fatherless? Because they don't have a father in the home. What is fatherless also surrounding? Orphanage. They don't have neither nor parent, a father and a mother. So when you see widows, what are you missing? A man, a husband, a man. So you in all of those three categories, you see something that covers it all, and that is a man in the midst. Yah is saying a true religion, a pure religion, Deborah, one that is undefiled before me, Deborah, will see to it that his works surround these situations. But you want to be a pastor. You want to be a bishop. You want to be an apostle. You want to be a prophet. You want to be a prophetess. You want to be a seer, a watchman, a mooring. You want to be all these positions, but you fail to bring whatever you want to be in this here religion that you're in. Y'all calling it out. You want it to be a pure religion, undefiled. Okay? Undefiled what? Before Yah. And then what did he say? And the Father is this, to visit the fatherless, the widows in this, the widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. You see, and you have so many people all over the world trying to tell you they represent a creator. They represent he that's on the throne. They call him Father. They call him Almighty, the Most High Yah. They call him God. They call him King of Kings, Lord and Lord. They call him the beginning to the end, the beginning and the end. They call him Alpha and Omega. They call him all these names. But he's saying if you are a pure religion, undefiled before me, these are the things you should be doing. But what did it say? Our works. We can prove by our works. Baby, this is his work. What are you talking about? Lost with the cause and without one. Because what these people believe is their works. It's when they trying to prove you that they got something that you don't have. Look what I'm building. Look at this land I got. Look how many members I got. Look how many subscribers I got. Look how many likes I got. Look how many people praising me. Look how many people magnify me. Look how many people exalting me. I don't need to be a pure religion. I don't need to be undefiled before y'all. I got too many people following me. You see, this is where the people are today, y'all. Why many are chasing their tails to get to these people who ain't going nowhere but in a circle. Okay, so let me see here what Isaiah chapter 1 says here. I don't know why it's just sticking out like a sore thumb, but let me just see what Isaiah chapter 1 and what was it? Verse 16. Let me just see. This is not one of my verses, but I think it might have something to add on because I got other verses that's going to bump off of that verse. But I just want to see what it's saying here in Isaiah 1 and 16. Isaiah chapter 1 and 16, it reads, wash you, make you clean, put away the evil of your doing from before my eyes. Cease to do evil. Cease to do evil. Cease to do evil. That means don't do it. Don't be don't be trying to do evil in a sense. Okay. And he said this, nope. So it helps out the word unspotted in James chapter 1 and verse 27. So it was just covering Isaiah 1 and 16 was just covering that word that says in himself unspotted from the world. So that's what Isaiah 1 and 16 was bouncing off of. So let's go to, wait a minute. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go back to Isaiah 1 and 17 to 21. Let's see what it's saying here. Isaiah 1 verse 17. Isn't it strange? I just left 16. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17 through 21. And 17 reads, let's go there. Verse 17. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17, it reads, learn to do well, seek judgment, and release the oppressed. Judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. I'm wondering. Let me read this again because this is very powerful, I believe. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17. Learn to do well, seek judgment, release the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. One thing about that verse, I love the idea that judgment and judge is there. I love that verse because Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17, where judge and judgment is in that one verse. Plead for the widow. I like the judgment and the judge that's in verse 17, Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 17, because what I have said to you in time past, even up until today, there has been a creation that was created that had such a powerful position on the earth. And today, in the year of 2024, you can read Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 17. It says, seek judgment. Okay, watch this here. Relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. Somebody got to do that. You see? But they want to be priests, apostles, evangelists, teachers, pastors, bishops. mooring, seers, watchmen. They want to be all these positions that you all have fed into them. And this is why they so bloated. They so bloated. It's because bloated with pride, boasting, ego, self-centered. This is what has happened. Lovers of themselves, disobedient to their parents. You see what I'm saying? Because they cannot take on this position in which Yah has called them from the beginning in Genesis. This is what your order was and the reason why you was created first. See, y'all don't get it, and you ain't gonna get it. This is the reason why that men were created first. This is another one. They are to seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widows. You think they doing that today? No, because they matching 2 Timothy chapter 3 to the T. Okay, so it says in verse 18, come now, and let us reason together, saith the Most High Yah. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like a crimson, they shall be as wool. Listen to what he said. Come on, he said, let's read it. Watch what he says. Verse 19. If ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. Verse 20. But if ye refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25 says the same thing. He's letting you know, Israel, you really think you're getting away with something. And ain't nothing, nobody on this earth can tell you. Nobody. That's just how bloated they are. Lost with the cause and without. They'll never embrace the fact that they're going to die by the sword. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25. That's why the women are going to be 7-1. And that one is going to be called holy. And the 7 women wants that name holy. And they're going to get the name because they are the ones that's going to the promised land. 7 women and 1 man. That man going to be already called holy because he's going to be the survivor of Isaiah 3 and 25. All the other ones that's falling under exactly right here, going to die by the sword. I speak unto you, Judith, the one that I have been charged to come to speak in the midst. Now here it says in verse 18, Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 19. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 19. If ye will be willing to obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. You shall eat the good of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword. For the mouth of Yah has spoken it. They don't believe that. They don't believe that. Now watch this here. What is it? Verse 21. How is the faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment. Righteousness lodged in it. But now murmuring nurse. You see? This here is a prime example of how Judith has fallen so far away from a true creator that sits on that throne. And they think they up on him. They think they next to him right on the throne. Yeah, that's just how sick their minds are gone. They think they right there at his throne. Now listen to this. I'm going to pull on verse 21. We in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 21. How is the faithful city become harlot, a harlot? How did the promised land become a harlot? It was full of judgment. See, y'all don't get this judgment, do you? See, that judgment is righteous judgment. He knows Israel needs to be judged and have judgment in the midst. You go back to that same verse, that same chapter in verse 17. It says, learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead the widow. So here in verse 21 of Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 21, how is the faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment. Righteousness lodged in it. But now murderers. This was the promised land. I like the fact that he was telling us judgment is a good thing. Even if we would have taken on that today in the spirit of truth, in spirit and truth, and understood that it need be among Judah, needs judge and judgment. But these men will not judge one another for nothing. One man can go kill 1 million people, and all of Judah to stand up for him and say the world is bothering him. I'm a prophet in the wilderness. I've been beholding this and just cannot detach myself to any understanding in that. No matter what the men do wrong, the men does not bring out judgment nor judge toward these men and the wicked, the evil, the level. That's why they're going to be in Babylon, up in her. They're not coming out. Okay. That's why he said it. You hear it said, come out of her, my people. He wasn't trying to make it 2, 3, 4, 5. No, stay up in her because I know you ain't coming. I just want to make sure it is known that I say come out of her calmly. Okay. Calm he was. So he knows that you're not coming out. You're lost with the cause and without, with the cause and without. Now here in verse 21 of Isaiah chapter 1, how is the faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment. You know what judgment is? Yah seems to see fairness, correction. You see? Upright. It was correction and judgment. When somebody did something wrong, you judged them and they got right. You see? He's saying that's what the promised land was before y'all went over there and polluted it. Okay? And disgrace. Now listen to what he says. The judgment was present. And guess what else? Righteousness lodged in it. So we had righteousness on the promised land. We had judgment. That means men correct men. 100% got order. You see? And he said, and righteousness lodged in it. But now, murderers. The same thing prophetess Deborah been saying since she been on this Deborah platform. What is going on with Judah and all this murder? Nobody won't say a word. Just like no one will say anything against America. Great old America. Everybody hanging flags. Everybody saying, putting America all up on pedestals, and they don't even understand. You're going down with the ship. All right. So when you get to verse 22, it says, thy silver is become dross. Thy wine mixed with water. Okay. Now watch this, verse 23. Thy princes are rebellion. You know who the princess is? Men. See, we want to escape everything in this book. The best thing they can do is add woman to this book to cover up for the men. And they have successfully done it. That's why the Roman Catholic put Eve as the one that entertained. That was a lie. Because as you go up and down Eve and hear what she say, Y'all never said that to Adam. So where did Eve get that lie from? See, that's what I'm saying. And it's okay. It's over. It's finished. You all fed into it for so many years. Y'all let you go on and feed into it. Let it be about what you said you think it is. He don't have no problem with that. He don't have no problem with that. So what has happened here in verse 22, the silver is become dross. Thy wine mixed with water. Verse 23, thy princes are rebellion and companions of thieves. See, everything that is said about Babylon, Judah was in their promised land. Judah was identical to what Babylon is today. And you go back to Ezekiel 36, it is said, Yah told Ezekiel what Judah and the house of Israel was doing in their promised land. And he said, because they were doing what they were doing, not only am I going to curse them of Deuteronomy 28, but I'm going to put them every place they are like unto. So when Judah is over here wondering, when Judah's over in the United States and over on this corner, and we over here and they doing this, baby, they doing you when you was over to the promised land. Let's roll. Let me show you what you was doing. Again, Ezekiel 36. Now here it is in Isaiah. I see why these men were murdered. Because I do thank the Most High for them so much, because they have been my biggest supporters. My biggest supporters. Because no matter what I say, they always left something there to back me up and to back me down. All because their own experience left me something to run on. Now, I'm sitting here listening to this. In verse 23, thy princes are rebellious. That's the men. Princes, that's who that is. So I know they can tell you it was the women too. This whole book is talking to men in the way of disobedience, stiff-necked rebellion, murderers, adulterers, thieves, and all kind of things. All these things he said, even to the point, I'm going to show you an example. Let me go to 2 Timothy. Watch this here. I'm going to show you how somewhere along the line they have gotten away with so much to the point where everything is hidden regarding our men. Everything. When I get into, watch this here, when I get into 2 Timothy chapter 3, okay? And when I read, let me get this first. When I read in verse 2 where it says, disobedient to parents, unthankful and unholy. He did not say nobody but men. And that's what I see now. They murdering their parents, going and coming. Women are doing it too. Don't get me wrong. The apple don't fall from where it comes from. I will visit the iniquity in the wickedness of the fathers and through his children. Because it's going on down, whether it's your son or whether it's your daughter. So here, when I see this, I say disobedient to parents, unthankful and unholy. But wait a minute, Father. In the top of that, in verse 2, you say men. Why didn't you say M-A-N? Because he knows who he's talking to. He knows who's who and what's what. I know we play dumb on this earth. We sit here and we play like we're in dumb city. We don't know any better. We don't know what's going on because so many women want so many men to be to get away with all kind of wicked and wrongdoing and unjust. Don't worry, they will, and you will too. Because Babylon is waiting for you to stand with it. Because that's where you're going to end up. Now, here in Isaiah chapter 1, it says 23. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 23. Thy princes are rebellion, and thy companion of thieves. Thieves, rebellion. Everyone loveth gifts. Always want someone to give them something. Always. And follow after rewards. YouTube. All of them on YouTube talking about they leaders, kings, rulers, pastor. You got women even on here in the name of a reward. They're gaining. They want rewards. They want gifts. They want rewards. Because YouTube promised, I will give you a check if you keep talking to them about everything outside of really God himself. I'm going to go and say it like that. And they doing an excellent job. That's why they sit and they even paying them to actually be against each other. They're paying them to be against each other. And they doing it. They're paying them to battle one another. They're showing the whole world on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram that they can't even get along on the media. They don't, one state, another one in another state, they gang banging throughout the media, showing the whole world. And y'all think it's a good picture because y'all can get on it and listen and get in it. But y'all say you are partaker in it. Stay on with them. You're going to fall with them as well. And it's many information telling you that. A lot of us think we're going to get in it and love in it and, oh, I can see this. Ooh, I like this. They told me, they told me, and get so embedded in the ways of these heartless, vain, and vax, wicked people and think it is not doing anything to us nor our hearts. It's turning us from the inside to be lovers of their wickedness. They're gang banging on television. I mean, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Patriot. Gang banging. And the number one is that loud mouth down. And if men don't, and this is what the Yah said, men were to come in and judge that mess. Real men now, y'all. He ain't talking about these things out here said men. He talking about the men of Judah were to see the order of men and judge that mess, but they won't do it. And that's what Isaiah was saying in verse 17. Verse 17. And we're going to hear it again. So here in verse Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 23, the princes are rebellion and the companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts and follow after rewards. You two gonna give you $100 a month and you plan it for all it's worth. Watch this here. They judge, see, y'all think I'm playing. They judge not the fatherless. They judge not the fatherless. Neither do the cause of the widow come unto them. Why? Why is it the fatherless, the orphanage, and the widow? Because y'all say, that's my works. You want to sit and tell people that you ain't got the fruit, you ain't showing the works. They so ignorant, they don't even understand. That's the works right there. That is the works right there. That's the works. The widows, the orphanage, and the fatherless. They won't do that. They won't get involved in that, y'all. Because they over here keeping up all this mess about like women. He, she say. I would say he say, but they are more like the women. She say. So what happens? And he's sitting here telling them, and I like it because it says, and follow after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither do the cause of the widow come unto them. And it says in 24, therefore said Yah, the Yah of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mind, my adversary, and venge me of my enemies. Yah already, watch this 25, and I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away the dross and take away all thy tin. See, they thinking that only thing y'all can do today is come get us. We the people. We know we the people. We the awake, and you better come get us. We are awake, and come get us. Lost with the cause and without. Come get us. We awake. That's all they think. That's all they know. Cuckoo clock. They gone. They are gone. Now let's go to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 82. In Psalms 82 and verse 1 through 8, let's see what Psalms 82 is saying. In Psalms 82 and verse 1 through 8, let's see what it's saying. 1 through 8. Yah standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judges among the gods. He judges among the gods. Who are the gods? 99.9, they will lie. The gods are men who call themselves gods. They are gods. Yah is the uppercase. They are considered the lowercase. This is what he was saying. That Israel always wanted an idol god. So he's saying here, he judges among the gods. Among men, he judges. Watch this here. Verse 2. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the person of the wicked? How long must you judge? Judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked. Okay, watch this here. Verse 3. Defend the poor and the fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and the needy. See, these people, these men don't understand. You want to say, where's your fruit? It's supposed to be with the orphanage, the fatherless, the widows, the hungry, the homeless. You see, those that's in prison, those that's in the hospital. That's the works. They telling y'all when they build a dumb man walking dolls, he'll tell you when you build a building, that's the works of y'all. And he got these Negro men running, chasing behind what he said. Oh, we got to get out of here and build. That's not the works of Yah. When the works of Yah became materialistic, when the works of Yah became the things in which have no profit. He's telling you to deal with the orphanage, the fatherless, the widows, the hungry, the homeless, the hospital, and the prison. Why are you way left? Because that's really where you belong. He's going to weigh those spirits that led you that way and cause you to find pleasure on your left side. Because he playing both sides. And he already know who got the victory. He already know who's who and what's what. He can do that. So what do you find here? I see here in verse 3, it says, defend the poor and the fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and the needy. He's telling you where your works are supposed to be at. You run around here talking about, that's your fruit, you guys. What is it y'all don't get? That's the fruit. That's the works he's talking about. These people are telling y'all the works is building, buying land, getting crop growing. That's not the works. So verse 4, deliver the poor and the needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. So who's supposed to be doing that? Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. See, he's telling you what they're supposed to be doing, but they out here gang banging. Talking about one got a pair of shoes and the other one got a pair of guns. I'm telling y'all, it's that bad. And they call themselves pastors. Lead it. The people. One trying to have a homosexual want the church to accept his lover. This is how much chaos is amongst the people who's using religion and using Yah as a means of something righteous. They are devils in wolves in sheep clothing. And that's how YouTube and Facebook have built up all these platforms so that you all can branch your stupid tail out and show your true color. Okay. Verse 5, it says, they know not, neither will they understand. Yep, I can agree with that. They walk on in darkness, lost with the cause and without. They walk, verse 5, they walk on in darkness. And what do you think it means they walk on in. They don't care. Hey, I'm going this route. I don't care if I'm not serving as a servant of the Most High Yah, even though I'm portraying the role as if I'm his child or I'm his people. I'm the true Jew. I'm the true people. You see? So he says here, they walk on in, Deborah, darkness. All the foundation of the earth are out of course. I've said that last week. The whole world, the earth is off course. Who took the earth off course? I want so bad to say Satan. Satan played a role, but Yah is going to judge your spirit for it. Because everyone come down here has a mission, a purpose. Even though they can give a rat's behind about Yah's will. That's his purpose, that his will be done. That's why man, woman wasn't created for man, nor man created for woman. They were created to fulfill the will of the Father. And I know the Roman Catholic didn't fool your britches to believe that a woman was created for your pleasure, but you had her on again. This is what you call loss with the cause and without. Now, verse 6 says, it says in verse 5, the whole earth is out of course. And if you don't feel that, something wrong with you. That's powerful. The whole earth is off course. Come on. Verse 6, I have said, ye are gods, and all of your children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O Yah, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. You see that, Israel? All nations have a place in Yah's bosom. And that's another thing the Hebrew Israelite keep deceiving their men to believe. It's all about you, the people. And look how you cutting up. Look how you acting. You have no judgment. You have no correction toward these men nor yourself. You are not doing the works, nor the fruit is in your hands toward the fatherless, the orphanage, the widows, the hungry, the homeless, the what else is it? The homeless, the prison, those is in prison, and those is in the hospital. Y'all won't go nowhere near that. So never ever think because you got you growing stuff and you got cattle, you got land out in the woods that you're doing the work of Yah. Use a wicked evil. Satanism. Driving the people out in the deep to believe you are a God. So verse 6 says, I have said, I got that one. And then it says here in verse 7, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Oh, arise, O Yah, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Now, I'm going to go only to one more chapter, and that's Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 1 through 10. And I'm going to let that be my last chapter. Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 1 through 10. Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 1 through 10. Let's see what it's saying. The word that came to Jeremiah from Yah saying. Now, do you see that says the word? That's the prime example where I tell y'all, this book is not the word. This book can't come to you. You see, Yah is the word. This book is a study guide, and Yah come to you to teach you what this study guide is really saying, because so many people have been in it and switched this upside down, changed words and everything. So he is the word that teaches you all things. This book is a word, a study guide. That's why he said only study to show yourself. I didn't tell you to go teach these people on YouTube from this book. I didn't tell you that. I said, tarry for me, and I will come and teach you all things. But once you have sat down up under me so I can teach you. Then you can teach somebody, but you can't teach nobody through this book. But that's what they have. And I would say 99.9, that's how they do it. They teach the book, the words in the book without the word, which is Yah. So what are they doing? They teaching the words without power. Praise the mighty Yah. They're teaching the words without power. Okay, they teaching it out of their flesh wisdom, their flesh knowledge, their flesh understanding, their emotions, their feelings, their interpretation, and their will. Okay, and this is why people don't know. I sit back last night and I heard several melanated men trying to break down certain things that was taught, and they couldn't even do it. And I said, well, that's what you get. That's what you get. You want to run behind these tails of these men, you're going to be lost with the cause and without one. Okay, so let's go to Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 1 to 10. The word that came to Jeremiah from Yah said, now this is the word, y'all. That's the word. That's how he pull up. That's how he teaches Sister Deborah. I can be in this book, he'll pull up. You see? Just like he pulled up on Jeremiah, just like he pulled up on Ezekiel, just like he pulled up on Isaiah. That's the way he rolled up on me. Okay? Verse 2, stand in the gates of Yah's house, and proclaim there these word, and say, hear the word of Yah, all ye of Judah, that enter in at these gates to worship Yah. Verse 3, thou said Yah of hosts, the Yah of Israel, amend your ways and your doings, and I will cause you to dwell in this place. Verse 4, trust ye not in lying words, saying, the temple of Yah, the temple of the Lord, the temple of Yah are these. And that's what they're going to always say, because they're going to want you to always think it's where they at. Okay. And verse 5, for if ye truly amend your ways and your doing, see, it's your ways and your doing. If you truly execute judgment between a man and his neighbor. See, that's what I was trying to say. You all would think that Sister Deborah always saying men, but this is where you are going to lose. You're going to lose big time. You're going to lose, because the truth of the matter, you can't salute this word. You cannot understand spirit and truth without seeing it in truth. Listen to how he's letting you know. The men were supposed to judge one another. That's how you correct your tribe. You're supposed to have them in there judging every situation. What happened to where our men are so out of order, where there's no room for neither one of them to judge one another, but they out here gang banging against each other? And they call themselves being in the spirit. Now, who's going to be gang banging in the spirit? You are not who you think you are. You are nowhere near where you think you are. You are lost with the cause and without one. Okay. Now listen to this. In the verse 4, we in Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 4. Trust ye not in lying words, saying, the temple of Yah, the temple of Yah, the temple of Yah are these. Watch this here, verse 5. For if ye truly amend your ways and your doings, if you truly execute judgment between a man and his neighbor. See, Yah always wanted the house of Israel to judge each other, judge that wickedness, judge them murderers, judge them thieves, judge them those who left their children fatherless, judge them, judge all these things. But you won't get them today, ever. I don't care what organization they're in, what group, and they are not entitled, because this message is not for them. They said this book is for them, but it's not. See, they thought that the book is for them. It's for them to study. But righteousness overrides this book, and it's not for you. So you go on and study. Teach people with this and hammer them with this book all you want. You ain't got nothing coming. And you're going to find it out sooner than later. So in verse 5, it says, judge between a man and his neighbor. Verse 6, if ye oppress not the strangers. See, he's telling you, don't oppress the strangers. Who is he talking to? He's telling the men of Judah. See, they don't get it. They do not get anything, okay? Oppress not the strangers, the fatherless, and the widows, and shed not innocent blood. You see? In this place. Neither walk after other gods to your hurt. You see? Then, verse 7, then will I cause you to dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your father ever and ever. So if you ever wondering, if you ever notice anything, you hear these people talking about the 400 years, we in captivity 400 years. They so cuckoo clock, they ain't realized, baby, you passed 400 years. So what's the problem now? It's the same issue I'm talking about here. It's the same issue right here. They're not going to come out of their ways. They're not coming out of her, and her ain't coming out of them. So that's another reason why we're going to continue until his will is fulfilled. And you're looking at, because see, no one can really say to you, well, wait a minute, we passed 400, we way past 400, not way past, but we passed 400 years. They won't talk. You don't hear them preaching it. You don't hear them teaching it. You don't hear them breaking that thing down. You know why? They can't. We are actually past 400 years. Why do we need to be 400 in one day? It don't make sense. After you've been 400 years in captivity, who wants to stay another extra day? But you're staying extra years, and nobody questioned it, and no one said anything about it. Why? Because if the men don't voice themselves, the women ain't going to say nothing, because they are silly women follow behind all this sin of these men, lighter with sin, and they are lighter with sin, lust and sin. So they're chasing the men out of lust and out of their sin, the pleasure of the sin of what the men are doing and their lust. So they ain't got sense no way. They silly women. You know, they are really silly women. And they get on here try to defend the men and don't understand. You looking straight up from the floor up like a fool, because you don't even know. This own book tell you everything he's saying. He's talking to men. And yes, this book is speaking to many of men in the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. But do you think they take heed to it? They think this book is about protecting them, getting them out of trouble, showing that we are all this, we the people, we the children, we the best, we the king, we the leader, we the ruler. That's not what this book is saying, y'all. This book is not saying that. It's showing you the fool. It's showing that you are the sick one since the beginning of time. And they cannot even, that's why I know they're riding on a cuckoo clock. They're gone. Okay, so and he said in verse 6, if ye oppress not the stranger, the fatherless, and the widows, and shed not innocent blood in this place, neither walk after other gods to your hurt, then will I cause you to dwell in the place. See, they don't understand. Yah already have the place that he's going to give you. He already know that. But there's something I still say that Judah and Israel is doing on this earth, that Yah is going to allow them to continue in what they're doing so it can match the penalty. I really do, without a doubt, as a prophetess in the wilderness. I really do. That's the way I see it and feel it. That because there's something along the line that Israel have kind of, it's almost like stabbing Yah in the back to try to prove to all their nation, their tribes and Israel that we are all that and some, while they're stabbing Yah in the back, not following none of his orders, not following nothing, but thinking they have the fruit and the works when they have followed nothing that has to do with the widows, the orphanage, the fatherless, the homeless, the hungry, the prisoners, and the hospital. But why do you keep saying that, Deborah? Why are you keep saying it? Because one thing that made Yeshua HaMashiach, one thing that made him understand and understood the difference between the righteous and the unrighteous is what they did. Everything that they did is what Yeshua HaMashiach was able to recognize. And we're going to get to that one. And matter of fact, we're going to go on and finish this here. And he's telling them in verse 7, then will I cause you to dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers, and forever and ever. Behold, ye trust in lying words that cannot profit. And he's telling them, that's how it is today. And that's how Sister Deborah always tell y'all. Everybody's trusting in all the lies and the lying words. And this is what he said. And it can't profit you to believe that. You know, who's telling you that? The wicked and the wickedness that's in it. Okay. Verse 9. Will ye steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense to Baal, and walk after other gods whom ye know not? Verse 10. And come and stand before me in this house? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lost with a cause and without. Go do all these things, he said. You're going to be murderer, committing adultery, swearing falsely, burning incense to Baal, and walking after other gods, and stealing. And then he said in verse 10, and come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered to do all these abominations. They really think they think they outsmarting y'all. I'm gonna do a video on that. Israel think they outsmarting y'all, but they don't understand. They already cuckoo clock. They gone. They're gone, and they don't even know it. And it's a good thing they don't know it, because let me show you where the works. You hear people talking about people ain't doing the works, and they ain't doing the they don't have the fruit. Let me give it to you. Go to Matthew's chapter 25. Now watch this here. And this is another sad. This is really sad, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Because Yeshua didn't have to break this down like he did. But this is why I say a lot of them, they lost with the cause and without. Because he broke that thing down, telling you how the kingdom going to usher you in. I liked how he talked about that there's going to be all the nations. He ain't telling Hebrew Israelites or the tribe of Judah or Israel. He said all of them. And I like that. Now, when I get to Matthew chapter 25, now watch this. This is the true works, y'all. While y'all running around here listening to these lying tongues and been following these people for years on this devil platform, listen to this. In Matthew chapter 25, okay, Yeshua then went out and he's giving the disciple an example of how heaven's going to be, as far as how all the nations going to come together and he's going to separate them, okay? And then when you get to a verse, watch this here. When you get to verse 34, let's go on down, and you're going to see the works and the fruits of those who labor for the Most High Yah. While everybody trying to make everybody think the fruit and the labor is when you build it out in the woods somewhere. And when you planting and you got cattle, that's the works. But all the men of Judah are foolish men to believe that. You're going to have all of that and be the wicked of the wicked. And that's what they're doing. They so evil and wicked, abomination, adultery, a murderer, stealing. They doing all kind of things. But yet they say they're holding on to the works of Yah. And they have the fruit of Yah. Now watch this. Matthew chapter 25 and verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, come ye, blessed of the Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Now he's telling this to those that's on the right hand, which is the sheep. He already separate the goats from the sheep. So he's telling them the sheep that's on the right hand, come. He's saying, come, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. So it's not when you get here, it's when you are able to orchestrate and get things in order. Heavens has already got it in order already. So that shows us, a lot of us thinking it's what we're doing that's going to get us where we need to go. No. It's what we said is going to get us where we need to go. Heaven already knows. Okay. So this is what Yeshua is saying. And he said in verse 35, I was hungry and you gave me meat. That's the word, child. I was thirsty and ye gave me drink. That's the word, child. That's the fruit. I was a stranger and you took me in. That's the word, y'all. That's the fruit. Verse 39. I was naked and ye clothed me. That's the word, y'all. That's the fruit. I was sick and ye visit me. I was in prison and ye came unto me. In prison. That's the works. That's the works, y'all. That's it right there. That's the fruit. Then shall the righteous, watch how the righteous speak to Yeshua. The righteous answered and said unto Yeshua, when saw we thee hungry and fed thee? You see, or thirsty and gave thee a drink. See, they were saying, when were you in that situation, Yeshua, and we gave it to you? No. He said, when you gave it to the least of them, you have done it unto me. So showing you that Yah had set it up so beautiful. And a lot of them, they don't understand. He that holds all power in his hand, he holds the right hand and the left, and he plays both hands. He know already in the right hand, he got all the fruits of the spirit covered. All their works covered in the right hand. He already know that. So that's why Yeshua told him, this is what has been prepared for you before the foundation of the world. And they began to ask him, well, when did you were hungry and we had to give you? It ain't me. But when it was someone else, you done it. Until the least of them, you have done it unto me. Now, who is them? Who is them? And this going back to that topic I spoke about. Oh, that would have been a really good one. In Matthew 25, that's talk about also going back to showing you. And that's one thing I like good. I got a very good statement to make after this. And I'm going to pray to the Most High that I stick firmly to it. I'm going to pray that he helped me to stick firmly to it. So when the angels that was in the righteous, the sheep, they said, when did then shall the righteous answer Yeshua and say, when saw thee hungry and fed thee, or thirsty and gave to thee? They trying to figure out, when did we do that to you, Yeshua? Watch this here. When saw we thou a stranger and took you in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw thee sick or in prison and came to thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto the one of the least of the brethren. See, people running out here taking care of everybody that's not a part of the body of Hamashiach, the body of Christ. But see, here it is on verse 40, Matthew 25 and verse 40. He's letting them know, you done it to the least of one of these. He's letting them know, y'all done it to one another. Listen to what he says. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of them, of my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Of my brethren. So the brethren is he that is found in the body of Hamashiach. The saints, the true saints that's in the church under the body of Hamashiach. So it's still letting you know, just like the prayer that the message I upload, the lesson, the prayer is not for everybody. It's for those who in the body of Hamashiach. Like unto this, Yeshua bagged them straight into the body of Hamashiach. The brothers that's in the body of Hamashiach. So it's saying, if you go out here and thinking you taking care of the homeless, the fatherless, the widows, they are found in the body of Hamashiach. Get the working. That's the true works. See, but we want to come outside and watch and play and role play and film and say we're doing this and say we're doing this, uplifting and boosting ourselves to take care of those who really actually taking care of us. That's what Pastor Dow does for with and he takes everybody's money, and then they give him a place to stay, and they thinking he's doing something for them, but baby, you doing something for him. You're fulfilling his mission to be God on the earth in your eyes. Okay, so I appreciate you in the live chat. I thank you for being the only one in the live chat, and I appreciate you and want to let you know this is not to you what I'm about to say. I am going to pull away from the live chat. People want to come in and they want to hang in the house, but they don't want to come near the live chat to let no one know that they are there. I'm going to make it better for them. I'm going to end the live chat from now on. And you can stay where you're at, because that's probably what you need to do. You see, and I appreciate you in the live chat posting all those chapters and those verses for me. That is so lovely. I appreciate you, and y'all bless you for doing that, because that's beautiful. Thank you. And thank you for tuning in and showing up. This is the sad part about it. Ain't sad, because this is one that he don't want me to say sad. This is the conniving that you deal with when you on this live, giving the pure adulterated word of the Most High Yah in its form. And you got people standing in the backwoods, you see, wanting to hear and don't want no one to know that they're back there. But y'all know you back there, but you back there for a reason. You need to stay back there. And I'm going to help you out a little bit, because I'm no longer going to open up my live chat. I think I know how to do that, you see. And if the individual don't come because I'm not open, I don't care, because people really don't understand where we're at today. This is not the time to try to play on the back burner. Stay on the back burner. When it get hot, make sure you remain there. And like I say, I appreciate you. And it's not because of you. You showed up and you showed out. You made sure Sister Deborah verses and chapters were present, and I appreciate you. And this is where I was saying, all of this that I gave earlier today, the video, and this one here, this is where people don't need someone like me on YouTube. They need to stick with what the world is feeding them and those who are teaching vain and vax messages. So I say unto you, that's it. I have the Cash App, and I have GoFundMe. It's posted on the page, you know. But like I said, I appreciate you for even, and because you stay faithful, constantly putting the verses up and the chapters. I appreciate that. I think that's beautiful. And that's like, to me, even what he called give a prophet a drink. You see, people don't understand how many forms it can come in. But you know what? I'm starting to see even more. Don't pull up. Stay down. I know it, but stay out off the page. Stay off the live chat. There's no need in pulling in. I'm finna tune out. But what I will say this, I'm going to close down. And it's not because of the individual who did a faithful act of posting the chapters and look how faithful you were all the way to the end. That's beautiful. Now, see, that's how I see it as a person, individual. I look at that as beautiful. That, to me, is like a drink to the prophet, because you're helping me out when you do that. And I appreciate you for doing that. But what I'm going to do, I see and it has happened lately in probably the last 5 lives that I've had. I can have 27 people in and only 2 and 3 in the live chat. It's nothing wrong with you not saying anything, but you should identify even yourself, your presence. But people are so conniving. People are using sorcery and witchcraft, and they have no idea that's what they're doing. They are playing so many roles, because what happens is, this is what I learned on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. It gives these people this sorcery and witchcraft power. It makes them think they in power. They control things. They think that if I can show up, or I can pull out, I can say this, and I can jump in, I can jump out. But they don't understand, baby, you ain't jumping in on nothing. and you ain't jumping out on nothing. My topic is what? Lost with the cause and without, because they really don't understand. In these end days, it's gonna be a way that you ain't gonna hear nobody speaking spirit and truth with the light in their right hand. You can have your backpack full, and within a blink of an eye, everything in it drop out the bottom of the bag. Because what? The backpack wasn't a backpack that was of spirit and truth enough to continue packing your backpack. You see? Because it's like I can come in here, I can come in here, I can come in here, I dip in here and I dip in here. This is not it. And yes, Father and I have I've been explaining that to him, and he was saying, you still got the lane, so stay in your lane. That means you continue to speak, but there's things that I can also cut out. And if I have to speak by myself, praise the Most High God. He says, already gone out to the wind, and leave people alone. Let people stay in their, how would I say it? Let them stay in there where they're at and get all they can get from where they're at. Because these devil platforms give people to play. They give people the power to play so many games on this devil platform. Ooh, they play so many games. A lot of them right now in the live chat. They're not in the live chat, but they on here for the gameplay, because it gives them that sorcery and witchcraft feeling that I am in power. I don't have to, show myself. I don't have to reveal that I'm on here. But why are you on here, period? See, that's where the question lies. It's too many millions of people on YouTube. Why ain't you over there? I don't need it over here. But that's the nosiness and the conniving and the witchcraft and sorcery that they play. And y'all will allow people to do it, because that's what the devil platform is. I've called it that almost 6 years. It is a devil platform, because it's a platform that people use to play all kind of sorcery and witchcraft that they are not even aware that's what they're doing. But yes, it is. It's exactly what it is. Go somewhere where you can sit in the background and have a good time, and you can hear the word of Yah. Like that. Love that. Entertain that. Because Sister Deborah, this is the last day for my live chat. I will be cutting it down. The best way is to show the way. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate you in the live chat. Like I said, being faithful, posting the chapters in the verse, and I appreciate it. And I will be back, but no more live chat. Thank you. Shalom and shalom.